guys, it's Brittany with Spoonful of Spirit. Welcome back. As a reminder, I'm here to give you guys practical tips towards building a life that feels full, shared, and celebrated in a very fast-paced, hyper-digital world. This series that I've started is one in which I want to help you pivot your career during a crazy time like the one that we are experiencing right now in the world. My intent for this is, since I'm pivoting my own career from being a product manager in technology to being a user researcher, I have some tips that I can give anyone else who's looking to make a pivot during this time. And you're getting this information from someone who is right there with you, actively making such a transition. Now, when I talk about a full, shared, and celebrated life, this topic relates directly to living a full life. Full here at Spoonful of Spirit is defined as living a life in alignment with your values. A career pivot is a prime example of when one may not be living in alignment with our values, which is exactly why I'm doing it. In this first video in the series, I want to give all of you 3 tips that I have found vital to setting myself up for success and creating a plan when it comes to pivoting my career. For some of us, this might be the first time in your life where you look back on the work that you've done and you evaluate it compared to the work that you want to be doing from here onward. You guys, when I did this work for myself, my mind was blown, because I identified through this planning that I, in many ways, was not living in alignment with my values, but then I was complaining, hurting, stressed out, depressed, and I couldn't articulate why. So, if there's anything that can help get you unstuck and really see where you are today and identify where you want to be tomorrow, it's going to be the tips that you uncover in this series. The first tip for planning that I'm going to share with all of you, I think it's not only essential, but the foundation upon which your remaining work is built. This is that piece that helps us identify what we've been doing compared to the kind of work that we want to do next. The first tip is to create a list, and not just any list. You are going to create a list of 25 things that you're good at. Now, this list is not about cutting yourself short before you even get to write this stuff down. There's no buts, there's no ifs, there's no maybe I'm good at this, maybe I'm not. No, this is a list of 25 things that others have told you, wow, you're really good at this, that you believe you're good at, and that you feel good doing. Now, you may think that 25 things can come easy to you, but guess what? They don't. I got to probably the 10th or 11th item on my list, and then I thought, holy shit, what am I good at? And the whole point of creating this list is you have to take some time and dig deep. It's not going to be just physical, like hard skills. It's going to be soft skills too. Are you a good listener? Are you great at Microsoft Excel? Bless anyone who is, because I suck at it. Are you creative? Do you quickly resolve conflict? Do you have a way with words? Are you able to understand what motivates people? Can you keep a plant alive? Are you great with animals? Can you read faster than most people around you? Etc. The list is exhaustive, but you, in spending this time to actually write down the things that you're good at, you're going to be able to look at this list and go, wow, I'm really good at these things. Here's where these things are not showing up in my current job. Y'all, most of my list was not showing up in my current job. I want you to know how human it is to not see the light at the end of the tunnel, because in my current role, I was dug in like a tick. I was unhappy, I was depressed, I was not enjoyable to be around, but I didn't see a way out until my manager came to me and said, I can tell you're not happy. I'm going to give you an assignment. And he gave me this list to create. So this is your call to acknowledge that you are not alone in this. You are going to be able to actually identify where you are today compared to where you want to be tomorrow. So please create this list before moving on, and I'll see you back here when you're done. All right, guys, so this is my actual list of 25 things that I'm good at and that I enjoy doing. And this I wanted to provide for some inspiration. I will just go through a few of these, bringing uplifting energy to my environment, actively listening, making a group of people feel like a team, planning and producing events, harmonizing with music that I hear. I may never become a music producer as my full-time job, but you can bet your ass that I want to improve that skill in my spare time. I'm good at connecting with the history of different places and sharing those stories with others. And this is just to show you that without creating this list, I wouldn't have been able to create a space in which I can see what I had been doing and how far away I had gotten from some of these things that really mean a lot to me. So if you read through some of these items, I think that they are very people-centric. They're very much about making other people feel heard, feel seen, feel comfortable, but also hearing their stories, which is just so me. So here is a working example of what I created to help you guys kick this list off on the right foot. All right, you've got a list of 25 things that you're good at and that you enjoy doing. And now we're going to talk about the second tip. So this tip is based on viewing your career in chapters instead of one big journey. One of my favorite quotes is one that states, "We will grossly overestimate what we can accomplish in 1 year, while underestimating what we will accomplish in 10. But when it comes to planning out chapters of our careers, I think 1 year is too small, and I think 10 years is way too damn big. I want you to think of the next chapter of your career in terms of 3 to 5 years. So you look at this list of things you're good at and the things you enjoy doing, and you create a chapter. The chapter is the next 3 to 5 years of your career. In those 3 to 5 years, I'll lean towards 3 because that's a bit more manageable. In the next 3 years, what skills do you want to develop? When you look at your list of 25 things, what skills do you want to acquire to get better at those things, to do more of those things? And then of those skills, which ones do you want to really become great at? So one of my things on my list that I was good at was actually being creative. I daydream of things and ideas all the time, but I haven't developed the skills to actually bring those ideas into the real world. So for me, being creative as one of my natural talents in terms of skills translates into, well, I want to be on YouTube more. I want to learn how to create and edit videos. I want to see how other people have done this. I want to learn how to create wireframes, customer journey maps, how to conduct user research interviews. These skills all tie back to things that I'm good at, and I find joy in cultivating them. Here we are with another set of things related to the skills I want to develop over the next 3 years. So this list can evolve over time, you guys. A couple of things on this list to call out. One thing I absolutely want to get better at is planning, editing, and promoting videos on YouTube, which also leads to improving my speaking skills on camera and gives me more confidence in my ability to create. When it comes to user research and storytelling, I absolutely want to be able to craft really compelling presentations that get people excited about what I'm finding as a researcher. And then this one down here is honestly one of my favorites. I love gardening. I'm good with plants and animals, and I want to be able to expand my gardening into something bigger that helps people in the community. So I took the list of 25 things. I chose a few that are specific to my career and a couple that are specific to just feeling like a better version of myself. And these are what I'm really going to focus on. My third piece of advice, and the final one for this video in the series, is helping you understand where you can go online to hone these skills. Like I said before, I was dug in like a tick. And when it came to this job, my depression and my anxiety about the rest of my life is either this role or bust. And that was total bullshit. But our minds are our worst enemies. And it really wasn't until I created this list and I saw the skills I wanted to develop that I realized there's totally a way out of this role. And I can teach myself these things online for free or very little cost on a monthly basis. I'm going to share my 3 favorite online sources for self-educating. Those are Coursera, Udemy, and Skillshare. These are my 3 top favorites. And I consistently finding myself going back to these sites for the wide variety of content and especially for the quality of the courses. On Coursera, I am taking a user experience and research specialization from the University of Michigan for $50 a month. It's only a few months long. The low cost of these courses and the professionals that teach them have me going back constantly. Once you've got your list of skills, you can identify exactly what kind of content you want to be viewing on these platforms. But again, my top 3 recommendations for getting out of your head and actually sitting down and learning something new: Coursera, Udemy, and Skillshare. I've got the 3 recommended websites up for you just so you can take a peek at them. I mean, look at this. Collaborating with 190 universities and companies. There is no reason that you can't find a course on these sites, take it, slap it on your LinkedIn profile with pride, and use that to transition into a new kind of work. I love these. They're really affordable. I'm going to take you over to Skillshare. And they just have different price points for everyone. The biggest thing that I want you to take away from this is when you put your head in the sand or you feel like you get stuck, you need to recognize that there are so many resources available to you. All right, team, so those were the first 3 tips in this series to help you successfully pivot from your current career and role to a different one. To recap, they are: first, you're going to create a list of 25 things you are good at and you enjoy doing. 2, you are going to think of your next chapter in your career in terms of 3 to 5 years, identifying skills that you want to develop during that period. And 3, you are going to get your ass online to one of those learning platforms, Udemy, Coursera, or Skillshare, as well as anything else that will help you acquire those skills. And you're just gonna start learning. You are gonna start learning. I hope you all got something out of this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you're looking to develop in the comments. I would love to hear where you are and how I can help you out on this journey. Check out my related videos in this series, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.